Hello, loves. This is Keleena, and it is February 2021. I'm going to go over a few messages that I received and give you some light language activations for this month. Really quick, I want to remind you guys, if you have not signed up for my newsletter, because there's information in there I don't share anywhere else, you're going to want to do that because it's some really profound information that comes through. And there's some things in there with like challenges that I give you. And also you get a free gift this month. I put on there a free guided meditation for you to download, and you'll have it all the time. And so each month you'll get something. You do not have to sign up every month to get the free gift. So please know that. Just go to www.keleenamalnar.com. At the end of the video, you can see my website and all the other information in case you want to follow me anywhere else. So here we go. The first message I have for February is resurrection of the life of one. So what that means and what that is coming through is they're saying the conjuring of your one life, the conjuring of the one life within all. So the coming together is what they're showing. The coming together, the presence of the one within you, coming together as one and resurrecting. So you resurrecting yourself as the one in this sacred space. So you resurrecting yourself as the one within your sacred heart. That is your sacred space. That is your home. That is your connection to your truth. It's where the divine feminine is. And everyone is being activated and going through this process to move back here. That's my particular work, is to lead people back home, which is to lead you back to your sacred heart. This is where we're supposed to live from. This is our communication center. This is where we send off waves of love and connect with others. This is our connection to our soul family and so much more, your wisdom, everything. So resurrection of the life of one. This is you as the one within this physical body, this physical vessel on this earth, having this experience for source, the one, source creator, God, mother, father, God, whatever you want to call it, as the one. The next message I had gave me the word incontinence. I had to look that word up because I wasn't really quite sure, because incontinence to me was I was like, what? And if you live here in the United States, they have commercials for incontinence, which is where people need some help with something that is a physical issue. Let's say that. So I had to look it up and saw that the other meaning of the word incontinence is of self-restraint. And so with this, what is coming through is there are a lot of people that are going through the process this month, this deep dive energy of victimhood, okay? And in that, and feel like a victim, they're going to come up and they're going to lack self-restraint. They're not going to be able to restrain themselves from holding back, from doing some things that normally they would, okay? There may be more people getting out on the streets and fighting for their freedom. This is your freedom. It's that 5-year. They're going to speak their voices. They're going to demand the truth. They're tired of the lies and the deceit and manipulation have gone on for thousands of years. And so the lack of self-restraint is not being able to hold yourself back anymore because of the manipulation, deceit that has gone on, the lies that you have lived in. Even your own life story has been somewhat of, can be somewhat of a lie, because you've been living in a manipulated program. And to find your true self, we have to let go of those stories, remove ourselves from them, have compassion for what you've gone through and honor it, but then let it go so that you can see the true picture and find your true self here, which is here, back in your sacred heart, finding your goddess self, finding that beautiful divine spark of Christ child that you are within. We are all the Christ children. We are all children of God. So with everything that's going on, if there's a lack of self-restraint because people are coming up in anger and they're not able to fight holding back anymore, it's going to happen. So just know that they're saying it's all well, but don't do anything too rash that gets you into a situation where you can't get out, they just said. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the next. The next is pleasurable reunion. Pleasurable reunion and love manifesting. So pleasurable reunions. So what I'm getting from that right now, what they're showing is the divine union with yourself first. That's what they're showing me. They're showing me the pleasurable reunion, the masculine and feminine within you. For some of you, that's what's going to be happening, pleasurable reunions. That's going to be when you unite as one within you. That goes along with resurrection of the life as one, but union within you so that you can become all that you are. You feel the divinity within you. You connect with your divine I am presence as this unconditional love that you always are, always will be. That's going to be part of this pleasurable reunion. The other taste I'm getting is love manifest. They have give me in my notes, love manifest. So for some of you that are have been waiting for love, love is coming for you this month. You may meet someone, and whether you can be out or not, you might meet someone online. Love is going to manifest this month for some of you, and it's going to create some union and a new relationship. This month is about the change in relationships. I wrote that in the newsletter. I saw a lot of stuff with the relationship itself and outside of you with people. So go and check out that newsletter. January's was a huge message that people were like, wow. And so is February. So check that out. There's more information and detail on there. The next thing I have is earthly changes. Gaia is in charge. I'm reading Chicken Scratch. Earthly changes, Gaia is in charge. So what I'm being shown is that Gaia is continuing to create the changes that she needs to. She knows what to do to clean up the earth. She knows what to do to clean the dense pockets. She knows what to do to make the changes on the land in places where there's too much dense energy for her and it doesn't feel good. So there will be disruptions, and that's just not this month, but this is going to be throughout the year. But there's going to be some stuff coming up this month, and depending on where you live, just know that there's some things coming. This is what she's showing me, whether it's floods, whether it's going to be tornadoes or hurricanes or typhoon or anything like that, earthquakes, volcanic eruption, it's going to be happening. If you live in an area where you know that kind of stuff's going to happen, just be prepared. Okay, be prepared, and know that Mother is taking her power. Mother Gaia, you know, she's a living, breathing consciousness, and we have not honored her in that way. So in the spaces and places where we've created too much density and she can't breathe, she's going to be breaking it down. She's got the power to do that, and she will claim herself back. Her Kundalini is activating and creating the change. Oh, that reminds me, William and I have a Kundalini workshop in Sedona this weekend where we're doing activating Kundalini, and we're doing light body activations and like upgrades. We're doing that. It's an all-day event here in our home. And there's even space where you can stay overnight. We've got women staying here overnight. So any masculine, sorry, the women have already taken over for the overnight part. But if you were interested in that, it's an all-day event. It's very powerful. We've had, every time we've done it, it's been sold out and people end up on or be transforming because things are going to come up and come out of you that have been held within for a long time. So if you're interested, go to my website for that as well and sign up. You can still sign up. Let's see. The other message I have is move, move, move the body. It is your choice, but they're really trying me to start really moving the body, get that body healthy, get that body in shape. Because a lot of people have, like, during the lockdowns and stuff, some people have not chosen to move at all. You need to move the body. You need to move that chi. You need to move that prana within you. You need to get that energy moving. The other thing I'm seeing with move, move, move is people are being pushed to get up and move. And known this for a while. and some of you have known it for a year or even longer, and you know you got to go, and things are being pulled away from you, and you're starting to feel the mental and emotional part of it, and it's going to go boom, boom inside of you until you actually do it. And if you don't stand in your power with it. If you don't stand in your power with it and actually make it happen on your own, something's going to happen that's going to force you to move. And it may not be as well as you would have wanted it to be. So know that this is happening for a lot of you. You're being uprooted and moved to another place. And for a lot of you, if you're working in the light, which most of you are that are listening to my videos, you're going to be uprooted and moved to a place that's going to be even better for you, a higher vibration, higher frequency, because where you're at now is just too dense. Okay. So listen to the call when your higher being, your higher self is telling you it's time to go. It's time to go. Don't wait too long. The next message I have is, okay, and this is because I'm experiencing this with my own kids. But the teenagers, like my daughter's born in the year 2000 and my son's 2001. So from there up, these kids are being really tested with emotions. They're being pulled at the 3D and pulled the fifth dimensional. They're being pulled, they're right in the center. Like, if you have parents where one's third dimensional, one's fifth dimensional, they don't know, they're like being pulled emotionally. Which way do I go? It's like causing mental things and emotional, and they feel depression. And plus, with everything going on in the outside world with these kids, they can't be outside. I mean, this is too much for them. And you need to be there as a parent, a guardian, a grandparent, whatever. Take the kids outside, make sure your teens get outside, make sure they have someone to talk to release this stuff, because holding it inside is not going to be good. They need to have an outlet. Okay. They need to exercise, they need to move, whatever it is. Get them outdoors, get them moving, but know that they're going to go through, they're really going to feel the emotions of what's going on with the collective, with the adult collective this year. They're going to feel the sadness of these people. They're going to feel the fear of the adults. They're going to feel the depression, and they feel it from their friends as well that don't understand, or that have parents that are more of a third dimensional reality that don't get it, what's really going on yet. Really be there for these kids, right? Because it's really important. This is like a whole year of 2021 of this transformation still. These kids are really getting the brunt of it. And it's really, I want to say it's unfair. My ego wants to say it's unfair. When I look at my life as a teen, where I, had the freedom to just be outside and do whatever I wanted. But these kids are these star seeds, and they're able to do some things, but a lot of them are here to transform. But when they're getting caught in the mentality of it, because they're living in a space where someone is so third dimensional and so like closed up and won't look outside, out of the big picture, get it from the picture of what's really going on, these kids are going to be disrupted. So please, okay, make sure your kids are okay. Anyone from the year, only because my daughter's born that year and I see it happening, only from the year 2000 up. So I'm saying, I'm not saying the ones before that. They're a different generation. Okay. Fractured egos is the next thing, the next word that I got. They gave me fractured egos. So a lot of people that have been living the high life, you want to say, the material life all their life, and they've been programmed into that world. They're going to be going through the fractured ego, like especially the ones that are just waking this year and have just woken in 2020, and they've lost their jobs. They've lost who they defined themselves to be, because they no longer have, let's say, a job that they thought that's who they were. Let's say maybe they were I'd say just use this example and don't take as offense. Maybe they were an attorney or a lawyer or whatever, and they can no longer do their practice in some way because of what's going on now, or their work has been shut down halfway, or maybe it's somebody that is some kind of medical physician. They can't do their work because everything that's going on behind closed doors in the hospitals and things. They lost their sense of what the ego said they were, okay? But that's really not who you are. Your job does not define who you are. Who you are is here. You are God, goddess, okay? You are the I am presence upon this planet. So their egos are fracturing, and that's going to happen even more this year. And some people have like a mental breakdown with it. Some people don't go through that mental, emotional, and physical feelings with the physiological changes, and it's going to occur. It will occur. It has to occur because you have to change to find out who you truly are. I actually wrote about that today. It should be posted on my Facebook, Instagram, the MeWe, Telegram. Oh, what else am I on? I think I even put it on the YouTube. So take a look at that. And that's the work that I do to help bring people into finding who they truly are. And there's other people out there that do it as well. So the fractured ego, it's going to be big. That's also part of, let's see, I'm going to tell you something. I was meditating the other day, and and I was talking with some people about the masters on the earth, and like who's a master on our earth. And we always say that everyone's a master here, a mastering something. Here's the thing that came forward for me, is that every single person is a master on this earth because you have mastered the material world. So take a look at that. And so now what they're showing me is that's done. That's not what you want to master anymore. It's your choice. You can continue to do that, but you're going to you're going to feel disruption from it because we're moving out of that. You're here to master the other way. Okay. So when everybody's going, oh, everybody's master on the earth. Yep, it is, because you mastered the greed world. You mastered the world of greed. And that's done. We're changing it. There's so many people here that are in the light that know that this is done. This is the Aquarian age coming in. We're leaving that Kali Yuga, that's all that blah, 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 the greed and stuff. And we're moving forward into taking up in this dynamic flow of light. And I want to say, I don't know why they said spaciness. They just said spaciness. The flight, the light and the flight of who we are. Really connected to our divinity. So there's a big change that's going on here with that. Okay, courage. I keep getting the courage card. Whenever I pull a card for this month for someone, I'm getting courage. So that's really big. It's really stepping into your power and stepping into your courage this month. And I'm going to say it's going to be like that all year. And with that is create like the flow of abundance for you. So for a lot of you that are out of work, a lot of you that have been trying to create what you're supposed to be doing, that are trying to understand, how am I going to make a living now? Know that when you have the courage to take that step in the direction of what you know your path is, things are going to flow. Everything's going to open up and everything's going to work beautifully for you. And the next thing I actually have is new projects, doing the thing in the net, in new creations. And they also said, my team said, from the heart, co-creating from the heart with the universe. So what that means is co-creating from the heart with the universe. Everything that we want to do, everything that we're creating should come from here, from our passion, from what we know we're here to do, for our purpose, and let it be something you love, not something that you chose to do because there was a lot of money involved or this or that. It needs to be from your passion, your purpose, and what you're here to do in service for Source, Mother, Father, God, okay, God, Goddess, what you're here to do in service for that, but also in service for Gaia and humanity. So feel it within you, feel that, and find your true passion. Okay, it's usually something that you love to do when you were a child. And let's see, and creating with the universe, co-creating with the universe from the heart. That's the last thing I said, and manifestation. Remember, whatever you send out to the universe from your heart that you see yourself doing, and you're creating it this way in the mind's eye and feeling it, they're sending you back the tools to actually do it. So that's what I have for February, I think. Focus on creation. Yep. They 3 times they gave me creation in 3 different ways. So it takes courage to step out there and do it. But and you may feel a little uneasy or uncomfortable stepping out of what you used to know because the comfort zone was so controlled by the ego. But you can move into the heart. It's going to be a lot easier to do everything from the heart because everything just flows. When you allow, everything just flows. And that's one of the things that I want to say, like with my work as light language DNA key code activator, if I didn't just allow from heart the activations to flow as a conduit for source, the ego would get in the way and then the actual activation would be distorted. So I went through a lot, a whole life. I was been awake since I was very young, little, and went through my own transformation to be able to do what I do now, and so that I can teach it to you guys and actually activate you and take you into healing and all that kind of stuff, because I allowed. I had to surrender the ego and allow. And I want to say that there were pieces of me that were like, oh, I'm not doing that in front of people. And that was the ego part that I had to let go of. I'm like, what are people going to think of me? This, that. I had to let that go. I had to transform that and get to the point. It didn't matter what people thought, because this is what I came here to do for Source, for Gaia, and for humanity. It's what I came to help you with. And it's why I'm doing what I do now. So this is what I'm saying. Allow yourself to become who you are. Be yourself. Be true. Okay? Be true to you. This is your universe you're creating, nobody else's. Okay, I'm going to do some activations for you now. I'm going to actually move this. You should be able to still hear me. All right. Have your hands, palms facing up on your left. Be ready to receive. If you want to receive the healing part, just say, I receive this healing from Keleena out loud to yourself, so that you're allow it to flow within. There's going to be healing, purification, and activations for you. And the ones that come in are the activations that are for the collective for right now, for this moment, and for February. Okay, so I'm going to do this. There will be a second February video on Patreon for Patreon members. They get a second video every month of more activations and more information. So if you want to check out Patreon, I'm also doing a new healing course, teaching a new healing course on there as well. Just go to patreon.com/Keleena and you can check that out. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take a deep breath. I want everyone to take a deep breath. Release through the mouth. Do it again. Take a deep breath. And I want you to take a deep breath and expand the lungs and belly as far as you can until the shoulders actually roll back and open up the lungs. And then allow the breath to fall out of the mouth. Stay in that deep breathing. Surrender the ego and allow. Miyana Arash. Mayana. Maturia manakiana. Kiano rushna hai. Kiate ki. Asante yana no Moturiana. Shionanahia nieras. Puria maiki. Oh, sha. Makura tananyu. Manasi. Puturiana. Tekiatash. Nar. Mi amore, Ucha, she, sit, nerech, nyamar. Tupukaya. Mantiana arcatoria, sotekiera santa turia mamamia. Hihina nanya se tersh. Tekia hokoria na santa niamor. Ha hoya ye. Maya. We are all one. Blessings. Eternal love, eternal light, eternal life. Maya kita. Maya ar. Shukroposu. Anyana. Okay, everybody. This is it for February so far. If you want to get the second video, it'll be on my Patreon halfway through the month for the Patreon members. And that's at the first level, which is $11.11 a month. You get other stuff with it, but it's more activations and information, decrees to help you with your process. And just know that everything is flowing, everything that's happening upon the planet is for the good. So don't look at it differently, because when you understand this, you really understand where we are going, and you understand that all that you've always wished for within yourself to create the changes on the earth are happening, and it's happening through you. Matiana Arakush Mayai. And I am looking like a light being right now. So I love you all. I bless you, and I thank you for coming in and listening. Anyana Atur.